Hey there, coffee lovers, and welcome once again to Advice Cafe, where the mugs are full and the advice is halfway correct.
Speak for yourself. I give excellent advice. I'm Arturo.
And I am Chuy, and today we're answering the questions. Should I text back my ex? We're going to answer that later.
The short answer, no. The long answer, no.
Unless you left your dog at her house, or maybe if you forgot a hoodie, any other thing, that's the only reason that you text your ex. Besides that, as Arturo said, no. Even maybe if she left the dog in another house. No, it's a total no.
Okay. Let's get serious. Sometimes people feel they should text their ex for closure or one last conversation, but let's be real. I think that's closure. Text usually ends with I still think about you, followed by
scene at 4 a.m.
Yes.
But no, that's one of my cases. I remember once that I was here in my house and I was like, oh, should I text her back? Like, as Arturo said, I miss her. I don't know. Maybe I should. Maybe I shouldn't. But this guy over here was like, no, you shouldn't do it. That's not correct.
Well, here's the thing. I guess that you should ask yourself why you want to text them. That's an issue. And you might still have feelings, but that doesn't mean it is a good idea. And
definitely.
finally, I guess, if I can give you this advice, you could write this message just to get it out of your system. Just, but don't send it. Trust us.
Maybe another advice could be that you should write these messages or maybe any other thoughts that you have in your mind in a small notebook. For example, once again, I remember that my brother gave me an advice that I should express all of these feelings in a notebook or any other thing that I feel that I could express her, but I didn't. And I also do that, and it helped me a lot. As Arturo said, it helped me to kind of set me free, you know? And in fact, if you have taken your phone away, that may be a good excuse that you shouldn't take your ex back. Or better yet, you get your notifications turned off for a week. Mm-hmm. That's another thing that I done that it really helped me.
Yes, when you're emotional, you shouldn't be making decisions with your thumbs. Let me guess, you should be gotten advice first?
Yes, because I remember once starting writing messages like, oh, are you missing your cat? And I was like, I'm missing her cat, just to start a conversation. So does my cat, I don't know, it's kind of weird, but I remember that I was just writing the message and I was like, no, I must respect my dignity.
Well, so here's some healthy alternatives, I guess. Maybe get something done with your hair, your nails,
Yes.
a playlist,
Maybe
almost.
you can also go to the gym. Maybe that's another one that can
Yes,
work.
have a
If-
walk,
maybe,
or get a
also
coffee with a friend. It
get a
works.
coffee. Yeah. For example, I remember that the first week that I broke up with my girlfriend, Arturo helped me a lot. I remember that he was like, "Oh, come on, Chuy, you shouldn't be guilty about everything you done. You know that it was a good relationship." And I was like, "Yeah, you're right. It helped me a lot. You can also be with a good friend. And besides that, if you are a freak like me, if you like video games, you can use the video games or the movies for another distraction."
Yes, I remember that I told you before. You should focus on your growth. Yes, not your ghost.
Yeah, I like that because you growth, not your ghost.
Yeah.
And as everyone said, if you have a mess here, everything is going to be messy around you. And I could definitely say that it's true because I remember I was my head with a lot of thoughts like, oh, that was my mistake. I've done that, and I remember that I didn't even care by myself, and I was like, no, I need to change this.
Mm-hmm.
that's a good reason.
I guess that if I told you a final takeaway, you might miss them, but that doesn't mean you need to talk to them. Maybe you should treat yourself better. Yes,
that's a good one.
That waiting for a hey from the past. I guess.
Or also, you can get over it, and at least you can have it professionally to be ignored. That's one that also happened to me. I remember that for the first days, as everyone here, we were like, should I text her? Should I text him? I don't know. Maybe in the moment, your head can have a lot of thoughts, a lot of feelings, a lot of doubts. But if you work with that, you can begin with that and also start to think about it. For example, if you done something, if you made a mistake, you should think about it and also start like, okay, I've done that. I'm not going to do that in the future. I'm going to be a better person in the future, you know? Have you passed for something like that?
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily with an ex-couple. It can also be with a friend, you know? A friend and maybe a brother, a sister, a cousin, any kind of familiar. Not only an ex, but also we are here to give advice, not only by your ex-girlfriends or ex-boyfriends, in general. Just this kind of advice.
It's in general.
In general.
The people are very difficult to treat.
Yes.
So try to do your best always.
You should try to do your best always because, as I remember that I saw on internet a video that's like, if you don't love yourself, you can't love any other person, and that's a fact, you know, because, for example, the both of us, we have the idea that we must be our better versions of us, to give our best love to another person, you know. That's why we're working harder every day. Yes, you know. So as you know, you should take these advices. Also, if you can do it, write it down in your notebook. If you're listening to us, if you're watching to us, it doesn't matter. It's just an advice in general. You know, you're going to need it. It's okay. Whatever you want to do, it's okay. But remember, as this guy over here told me once, the life is not going to be over if you don't have another person. Yes, it's very cool when you have another person to share your time, to share experience, to share, I don't know, any kind of thing. But if you don't have it, it isn't going to be the end of the world, you know? You should begin with that if you had any other trouble or struggle with that.
Yes. Well, I guess that it's all for us.
For the first chapter.
Yes, let's have it professional ignored. So, well, next episode, we are diving into something even more terrifying. I don't know what it means. Or what do you think?
Maybe it could mean that if you are trying to thought if you need to text your ex, we're going to talk about in the next chapter about what if your ex send you a message. Should I reply? Or even if you send a message to your crush, and even if he doesn't reply or she doesn't reply, sorry, my mistake. But it's going to be very interesting because it's based on a real life case.
Yeah, in this case,
in my case.
Maybe the next episode is going to be about should you text your crush even if they don't reply?
That's another good question because we have a lot of experience to share with that in that chapter. Yeah. So that's all for us from this chapter. So you are listening or watching to Advice Cafe.
Yeah, thank you. So we will repeat the tea and sometimes the coffee.
Not just the coffee, the tea, the water, the drink. Maybe if you are eating something or you are listening to us or if you are watching to us, it's okay. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, stay tuned.
But as everyone said, you get your things done. Don't remember to your ex. Yeah, remember him or remember her as a good experience, as like, okay, she was or he was a very good and nice person, and that's okay. Everything
Yeah,
is in the
and-
past, and you should get your things done.
Yes, and
for
tomorrow
yourself.
it will be other one more day.
Yes, it's
So
going
you
to
can
be a
do
better
it.
day.
Yeah.